Absolutely. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. That's a Painful Excellence podcast. And this is just a little pep talk this evening. I didn't really, there was nothing in the news that I cared to discuss. And every now and again, I like to do these shows. And I like to do what I call a self-check. I want everybody to do some self-reflecting. Every year people have New Year's resolutions and things of that nature. But every year we have those. But before you make a new one, you have 12 months. We're now in month number 2, the 9th day of month number 2. You started a New Year's resolution. Have you worked towards that? Are you having fun accomplishing your goals? So let's do this roll call real quick because there's a few things I want to discuss, and I don't want to take up your Friday night. A lot of people got things to do. You're with a loved one, or you got your wine. You want to watch your favorite Netflix, or whatever it is you want to do with your Saturday or your Saturday morning / Friday night. Whatever it is you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. The beautiful lovers of word in the building. My brother Woke, Macados, Mac of the South, Eric Jordan, Rod Neal. Hey, hearty salute from Houston. My brother Clarence McLean in the building. Salute. Amanaz, my sister. Go subscribe to my sister Amanaz. Her link is right there in the description. There goes the brother RBN in the building. He says, continue to support Black Man Media. Do your thing tonight, bro. I'm on the job, man. Yo, bro, you be cooking. Go subscribe to the RBN. Click his name. Go subscribe. It takes you 2 seconds, please. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am's in the chat. Jeff Sparks, salute. Go subscribe to the RBN. That brother be cooking with all kinds of virtual. Y'all, this is how far back. This how southern my roots are. You understand? Whose grandma or whose mother used to keep the grease from the meat that you cooked in the jar on the side of the stove? Who's that southern? You understand? I'm talking Georgia, North and South Carolina. I'm talking Mississippi. I'm talking about the fat back on vegetables type of, you know what I mean? Just defeat the whole purpose of vegetables. Put the fat back on. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Reset common sense, salute. Yeah. Oh, he says she's still doing it. That's old school, bro. I haven't seen that in years, bro. And that type of eating early in my life is why I got hypertension today. So I had to get the health in order. But I'm not hating on y'all if y'all still eat on that. I just want y'all to be safe. It tastes great, comfort food, but it's not so comfortable once you hit your 40s or your 30s. But damn, it tastes great. Pinball salute, man. So let's get to this, y'all. Who are you? And what example are you setting? And I'm talking about you as a person, and what examples are you setting? It reaches beyond your children. How people view you, you should really care about your personal self-image. You've heard a lot of people speak on that. Comes a point in time where, let me talk to the brothers for a second, where, you have to grow up. When I'm going out to the gym, I leave the house, depending on the weather, with gym attire. But I don't go hang out in gym attire, guys. I really don't. I don't hang out in gym attire. There's times where I wear a sports jacket with a shirt or a button up. Or, when I say a sports jacket, it looks like a blazer, but it's a difference. You know what I mean? Maybe I wear some sneakers with some jeans. I know my name is it's synopsis with it's been affiliated with a do-rag. I had a couple of brothers reach out to me and say, yo, look, you need to start selling do-rags with your initials on it. And I thought about it and I said, that'd have been dope if I was in my 20s. Okay, I'm 2 years removed from 50 years old. I'm not selling dude rags. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Gym attire is something different. Scullies, tank tops, and that's in the works. Night train, salute. But I don't walk around in the street with it. When you run into the store, whatever, that's one thing. When I'm going to the gym, it catches the sweat, so it's a purpose for something. But I don't go hang out with some friends with a do-rag on my head. 48 years old. What example are you setting? I have gray in my beard. Why would I wear a do-rag? I don't know. And I'm just out and about with a do-rag on. You ever seen the old OG that just stopped advancing in his style of dress at the age of 18? It's a little sad. You see what you think is a young man walking, pants sagging, jeans, a fitted cap with the do-rag underneath. And you walk past the brother and his face is wrinkled to be damned. He's at least 58 years old. You're like, whoa. Got caught in a time warp. Maybe he did some time. Derrick Gaines, the legend, salute. Now, I'm also a brand. When I go to boxing presses, I might dress like that for a couple of reasons. And I'm going to be very honest with you. When I go to fighting events, to be very honest, with the threats that I've received, with the way things are, the last boxing event, that's all right. You'll catch it on the way out, Derek. It's all good. The last event, I just dressed up. I still had on a tank top though, but I just dressed up. You know what I'm saying? Not even dressed up. I wore some jeans. I wore shoes. I had a coat on. It was kind of cold that day, and I wore my hat. Whatever. I was looking spiffy. But when I go to presses and stuff, you never know what could pop off, and I can't be slipping and sliding on the concrete. So Drew Titan LLC is a brand. I represent good health and athletic gear. That's why I wear my brand is to be honest, I show my physique. And I'm gonna be making moves with more gear this year. As far as the boxing is concerned, it's athletics. So I wear my snapback cap, put a do-rag underneath that, because it's a brand. Dare I say, it's just like wearing a jumpsuit. You know how fighters have exclusive jumpsuits with their name on it, Bomb Squad, things of that nature. So when I'm going to these presses, I have my name on my cap so people can know it's me. That's different. Oh, Derek, yeah, absolutely. I wasn't supposed to go to Vegas 2 times because I was supposed to get shot, stabbed, ran over with a car. They're going to blow the plane out the sky with a bazooka. I mean, all this stuff was just crazy. As you can see, nothing's happened. These are just empty threats by immature, insecure individuals that can't stand what they see online, because I am every bit the male that they aspire to be. And here's the trick. I'm nothing special. When you pretty much monitor what someone else is doing, you miss your own blessings by paying attention to other people. So when I say, who are you? You have to identify who you are. Are you striving towards being the best person you can be? Or are you a hater? You can't focus on what you're doing when you focus on everything else and everyone else. It's an automatic fail. Rod Neal in that super chat, salute. He said, speaking on image, I entered this year 35 pounds overweight, down 11 pounds since January 1st, trying to reach my goal by June. No doubt. The meetup is in August, y'all. I want everybody to be at their best, if that's your goal. Young Hollywood, salute. Absolutely. Pinball, if I missed you, salute. Know what I mean? Which brings me to my other thing. How can you improve? What are you doing to improve? You write down your goals. You might need some help to go talk to somebody. There's no harm in asking someone for help. And see, that's another thing that people, I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. We or RBN. Okay, look, there's two meetups. Okay. The first one is in August. That's the LDBC meetup. That's exclusive to the Lions Den boxing community, the Lions Den broadcast community. The second meetup is in November. It's the weekend of my birthday. It's the weekend of November 16th. It's going to be in Vegas. I'm going to be out there in Vegas. That dude named Dave, Theo Coop, and everybody's invited. We haven't spoken about it in a minute, but it's still on for this November. We all have time to get our money together, get our finances in order. You understand? And we're gonna have fun in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have fun. I've been quiet about it for a little bit. Kane, what up? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be okay. Yeah, that's the one we're talking about. Yes, the one in November. We're gonna meet up there and we're gonna cut up. Y'all know Rachel Donaire and Nonito. They're Hall of Fame boxing. Nonito Donaire. Rachel's well connected, and as we get closer to that date, we're gonna get a little venue. Stormy B-Man in the building. Salute. And as we get closer to the date, we're gonna get a venue, and we're going to put together the particulars. We're going to get a head count, and we'll have an itinerary ready. But putting your stuff aside right now, because we're going to have some fun that weekend. It's the weekend of the 16th, that week. Vegas. Do not miss it. Come one, come all, man. We're going to go down there. We're going to have fun. We're going to cut up. I might sip a little something only on my birthday, but I know I don't drink. Yeah. So anyway. Oh yeah, Night Train. We're looking forward to that, brother. For real, for real. So once you identify who you are as a person, what are you doing to improve? Or are you just talking? You know what I'm saying? No doubt RBN, yo, we're gonna have fun, bro. We're gonna have fun. So are you looking to improve or are you just talking? You know what I mean? Some people just talk. Jose, what's good? Blah, 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 blah. Mrs. Shelton, LDBC or nothing. Salute. But here's the most important thing. Who do you surround yourself with? Think about that for a second. Boski, what up? Boski, I could never forget you, good brother. What's good? What's going on, good brother? Who do you surround yourself with? Jose Diaz says, keep your circle small. You know why people say that? Because there's not that many trustworthy people around. But I'll tell you what, whether it's a small circle or a big circle, if they're trustworthy individuals, doesn't matter how big or small the circle is. And although you can get fooled, oh, I don't know, Amanize. I got to narrow that down. You can be fooled, but as you get older, you do become a better judge of character. But you have to have a lot of life experience. For example, everyone has that friend, male or female, that keeps getting into bad relationships. Brothers, you all know that guy that gets caught up with this girl and he keeps going back. And it's like, bro, you know she ain't no good. What are you doing? And he's goofed off. Ladies, same thing. You know he ain't ish. Why you keep going back to this fool? So if they can't pick a mate, usually people like that, they don't surround themselves with good people. They don't have any good judgment of character. You know why? Because they themselves are of low character. And here's the part. They have no interest in changing because they don't see themselves as the problem. Did you get that? Everything is everyone else's fault. Him, her, him, her, they. You ever talk to somebody that is a professional victim? Oh yeah, Night Train. That comes with experience. Y'all ever had someone around that every time they're around, there's something happening? It's like, what now? What happened to this dude today? What happened to her today? Everything is everyone else's fault. He or she is a professional victim. Walt, man, salute. It gets exhausting. It's like, goddamn, every time I turn around, this motherfucker got a problem. Goddamn, every time I turn around, she complaining about something. Huh? You know what's worse? When y'all know all the same people and this one person always has a problem. And it's like, wait a minute, life ain't this bad. You know that person, every time your phone ring and you look down to see it's their number, it's like, oh man. And it's never good fucking news. You could have a great day, and then this person calls you and you automatically, you feel your life force. You know, like on the video games when your energy bar starts draining, it's like, oh my God. Who played Metroid growing up for the NES? You remember you used to fall into the moat and it used to make that scratching noise and your energy would start draining? I swear to God, I've met people in my life. I've had people in my life where every time they call, I'm like, oh, and then my energy bar start going down. You know what was worse? See, y'all youngins, only a handful of people are about to understand what I'm saying. I know Night Train and Jose, Stormy, Derek Gaines, and I know Rod. I know all of you. Love is the word. A lot of y'all people, y'all gonna understand what I'm saying. Do y'all remember when there was no caller ID? Got Smoking Talk, Baltimore in the building, salute. He said, schlep rock ass, wowsy wow. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Wowsy woo woo. Bad luck schlep rock. Everything was wrong. You remember he had a twin cousin in that episode? Good luck schlep rock. Good luck. Y'all remember when there was no caller ID? And that phone's ringing? It's like, let's see. It's about 2 p.m. It ain't nobody but this motherfucker calling me right now. And do I want to hear how bad his life is right now? Do I want to hear her complain about a dude? She gonna complain about him, and right after she get off the phone with me, she gonna be letting him in the house. Do I want to put up with this, or do I want to play my goddamn NBA Live 95 in peace? Yeah, I'm going back there. I'll be in the middle of my video game, in a zone, drawing my comic book, brainstorming. Oh yeah, I could do this and put this here. Where's my ink pen? Like, oh man, is that her? And it's a chick you're not sleeping with, but she's calling you to complain. And it's like, do I want to deal with that? Or do I want to continue my 82 game season on NBA Live 95? Yeah, I think I'll play my Super Nintendo. I ain't dealing with this. No, I ain't got the patience. She ain't giving me nothing in return. Why would you surround yourself with people that drain your life force? Why would you surround yourself with a person that is a professional victim? Y'all know goddamn well what I'm talking about. Fellas, the chick you're not sleeping with, and you're not even thirsty for it, but she just calls you up. She wants you to be the boyfriend without the benefits of being the boyfriend. You want to cry on my shoulder, cry about this dude, wish that he act like me, but he gets all the tail? I'll have none of it. In my Thor voice. You will not. I'm playing NBA Live 95. Stop surrounding yourself with people that drain your life force. Brothers, that one dude that nothing's ever going right in his life, get rid of him. Get rid of him. You know why? Because you got to keep quiet about how well things are going on in your life because you don't want to bring him down. You're having a good day. The job you applied for got you a call back. You got a start date. And it's like, you want me to start Monday? Oh shit, today's Friday? So now you're going to have a great weekend. Everything's cool. And then this nigga call you. It's like, oh my God, what? Come on, life is good, man. I'm about to go meet up with Shorty. I'm playing video games right now. I'm listening to, y'all remember those days? You're sitting in your room. You're listening to your favorite music. I don't give a hip hop, R&B, club music. My brother RBN in that super chat, much love and appreciation. He said, damn, I need to just talk tonight. Right on, Drew. I'm on a job, good brother. Peep this. Let me paint this picture for you. 1995. Right? My dad bought me my first car. It was a 1986 Mercury Sable. All right, it broke down every 2 or 3 weeks, but it was mine. All right, and it was a blue, and it looked nice. It wasn't dented up or nothing like that. Well, I eventually crashed it, but whatever. But came around my way. I found the parking spot. It was springtime, and I had one of those long weekends. And I was still living at my mom's crib at the time. I was in school. I was a college student. Had a long weekend, and I had a little bit of money. And I had set up to go meet this chick. And, it was already a done deal what was going to happen. And sitting down, turn on the video game. One of those nice brothers or sisters, if you get down like that, right? I cut on my video game, and the radio stations out here, after a certain hour, when the rap music went off, they would play club music. One BLS, I think, played Bentley's. There was a club out here called Bentley's, and they would play live the music from the club. And then I think Kiss FM played house music after midnight. So I'm listening to house music. I love house music from the 90s. I love house music from the 80s and 90s. So I'm listening to it. I had just bought a new stereo system, with the CD that you put in there. Everybody had one. They were always on sale for $80. Had 2 little speakers. So I'm listening to it, and I'm sitting in my room, and I'm playing NBA Live 95. And I'm playing it, and I'm like, oh man, this is great. And Shorty was like, yo, come through at 2 a.m. Done deal. And I'm just listening. The rap show went off. I think I was listening to Kiss FM. That was Red Alert. He went off. Then they start playing house music, and I'm just I'm all cleaned up and I'm ready to go. I had an S curl back then. I had the hot line up and shit. Had my little gold chain on. I'm just waiting for Shorty to call me. I'm like, yeah, this is a good night. This is gonna be a good night. And then the phone rang. And I know it wasn't her. Because I had spoke to her and she said, I'm going to call you at about 1:45 when her roommate go to work overnight. And she didn't live far from me where I stayed. So I know it wasn't her. And I didn't have no call ID back then. So I'm looking at the phone. I'm like, that could be one person. So I didn't answer the phone. This Negro calls back. So I answer the phone. Hello? Yo, man. What's up? Yo, what you doing? Chilling. What's good? Yeah, I come through, play some games, man. I got some shit happen to me. So he wants to come through at 1 a.m. Now, let me say this. That wasn't like uncommon. Like we'll be walking around outside, like, yo, man, you want to go play some games and shit. That used to happen, right? But he just wanted to spill his day on me, and I didn't want to hear it. And I said, bro, man, look, man. I said, bro, listen. I'm leaving literally in about the next 20 minutes. Shorty that I told you about, all right, it's going down tonight. I'm sitting here dressed. He said, oh, nah, yo, all right, yo, I'm literally by the building. You know what I'm saying? I can come through just for a second. I just gotta tell you what happened. It's like, fuck, man. I ain't know how to tell at the time. Like today, I'll tell you in 2 minutes. Nah, get out of here. But at the time, I ain't, fine, bro. So he came upstairs and shit. I saved my video game. I'm like, all right, what happened? And he just started talking. When I tell you, I don't even know what the hell he was talking about because I wasn't listening. I literally invited him upstairs for no reason so he can talk to get it off his chest. I don't know what the fuck he said till this day. I don't know what he was talking about because I was laser focused. And in the middle of his conversation, the phone rang. Yo, you ready? Yeah. I said, all right, yeah, I gotta go. Oh, yeah. So let me tell you, da. He wasn't saying shit I wanted to hear. He could have told me he won the lotto. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. That's on Jesus. Jesus Christ. So, walked to the car. Here's the funny part. As he's talking, I'm like, damn, word, I'm thinking about Shorty. I'm about to break her ribs and everything. I'm about to destroy her hips. She was gonna be handicapped. I walk to the car. I walk around. I go to put my key in the door. He's talking. He puts his hand on the passenger door. I said, whoa. Hold on. He said, oh, nah. Just drop me at the corner. I said, bro, listen. I said, bro, listen, man. Listen, bro. I ain't gotta. That nigga needed therapy. Yeah, salute. I said, nah. I said, bro, I'm not going that way. I'm making a U-bop going here. You know, I'm going to. It's 2 a.m. You already know. Ain't that open? You know what I'm about to finna do with Shorty, bro. You know, fucking up my high. Oh, nah, all right, yo, I'll holler at you tomorrow. No, you're not. And it was one of those situations where when the group of friends got together and he wasn't there, it like came up. We wasn't like trying to talk behind his back. It was like, yo, man, you ever notice so-and-so, you know, he's like never happy. I'm like, yo, that nigga, someone need to tell him to go to therapy because, you know, he might fuck around and jump off the building. Seriously. And I'm saying that because back then, I ain't gonna get into it. Somebody jumped off the building. I'm not laughing like it's funny, but that's another story for another time. And I say, yo, it's like never good news with him. And I don't want to seem like we're ignoring him. And he's like, well, you know, my friends ignore me and I'm gonna end it. I don't want to be like that. But, you know, it ended up being a good night. But what I'm saying is, who do you surround yourself with? If you head in the direction, you can't have negativity around you. That dude was just always negative. It was never anything good. According to what he said, there was never anything good going on in his fucking life. I'm not a therapist. All right. If you're trying to accomplish anything in your life, all right, you need to be around people that are proactive instead of reactive. Proactive. You have a mission. They're helping you. It's a joint business venture, whatever it is. Or people that are rooting for you. They have your best interest in mind. You know the mission. All right. You're not reactive. Like you come to pieces and turn into a child whenever something doesn't go your way. That's reactive. You know what reactive is? You know how much all this shit you see online where a little small fight turns into a big old thing and then bullets start flying? You know what I saw on Instagram just yesterday? Some dude got into a beef with this guy. The guy walked away, got in his car and just started driving. He even looked like he was going that fast. Black stumpy nigga. While the car was driving, he like flinched at the car. Why the hell are you flinching at a car? I don't know, but he flinched too close to the car, and that little short fat dude got launched over his SUV and landed on the concrete. It looked fake. He looked like a basketball. I was like, oh, what the and dude kept driving. I saw another video where there was an argument on a cookout, and shorty left, got in her Ford, and these dudes, Felix, what up? And these dudes are filming it. There was a group of sisters jaw-jacking at this other girl. One of them was pregnant, and you see the car coming from up the block, and dudes filming like, yo. That chick hit all four of those girls. They went flying in all directions, and they hit the dude's car that was filming. He was like, damn. And I'm like, and I moved it. I said, wait a minute. That was real. One of the girls talking was pregnant. She had to have been about maybe 5 or 6 months. I don't know what happened, but shorty behind the wheel of that car didn't give a shit. Now, when it's all settled and the police go to her house to pick her up, first of all, that's vehicular assault. I don't know what state that was in. Everyone had a deep South accent. That's got to be attempted murder. You better hope shorty ain't lose her baby. Felix, you saw that video, right? That shit was frightening. I said, what the fuck? Why are you not in control of your emotions? Caught a face stealer, my brother. I was like, yo, what's going on? I was like, man, you can't surround yourself with people that are unhinged like that. It gets to a point where you have to, I learned in my later years, you have to surround yourself with people of like mind. You have an easier way to go. And I know in this day and age of social media and things of that nature, it's hard to recognize and get a feel of who people are. Some of you in the chat I've met or spoken to over the phone or face to face or whatever have you for the most part. Part of the reason why I felt it's very important to speak and show my face so you can see me. You see me exercising and jumping rope and all of this other stuff. Because this is really me. This is who I am. The people that hide, I saw a video and 78 put this on his Instagram, and this is something that I said years ago when I first was introduced to social media. There's a brother saying, yo, you know what? Here's the deal. When we was in school, in high school, there was regular class, and then there were special ed class, and then there were the special ed handicapped kids, right? After high school, you know what I noticed about special ed kids? There was really like nothing wrong with them. They just learned different. They had a learning curve. Just because you was in special ed doesn't mean you was like, third. Some of them had a speech impediment, or they were a little slow, a little bit. But they were separated from the bigger class for a reason. They had a disability. And it might not have been a deformity, but they had a disability. They learned different. That was identified from when they were kids. They were just as athletic. They knew sports. They ran around in the playground with us, but they had the smaller class and they called it special ed, right? Yeah, some were just dyslexic. It's no big crowd. My older cousin, he's dyslexic. And he's retired from a city job. He's retired. Okay. But dig this here. Some of those people had problems. They had serious learning disabilities. They had serious speech impediments. Some of these kids didn't get any help. Some of these kids were just given diplomas and said, man, get this kid the fuck up out of here. Make him someone else's problem. You remember the George Bush, No Child Left Behind? I was way after high school when that happened. I was in high school when Bush #1 was president. What I'm saying is some of those kids are in the world and we don't know who the hell they are. They're among us. And a lot of them, all of them have social media accounts. And I'm talking about the males and the females, because the things that I see online, this can't be from a normal person. It cannot. That's right, young Hollywood, those behavior issues. I knew a bunch of those dudes that were in special ed because they couldn't keep still. There was no Ritalin. There was no Prozac when I was coming up. It was called an ass whooping. But some of those kids ain't had no father in the house. So who's whooping their ass? After a while, the mama going upside your head with a belt buckle don't hurt no more. So now you're angry. And a lot of these cats, Village Brothers salute, they just out in the world now. And I'm not making fun of cats in special ed. I'm just telling you some, not all of them. I'm saying some are among us acting out online. They're acting out online. And I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying the point of the dude on Instagram was saying, now that we understand that, that's why it is important not to respond to a troll. Think about it. Don't I tell you all the time there has to be something seriously wrong with somebody? If they say something in your chat and you block them, they come right back with 300 accounts and they're on your bumper for months. Don't you know that there's something wrong with them? You thought I was just saying that to say it? Either they're obsessed with you on a sexual level, which is true, or they have a sexual obsession with the person or topic you're talking about, or they just don't know how to detach themselves from a situation. I don't go anywhere where I'm spoken about in an ill manner. I don't go anywhere. I leave. I'm like, oh, this guy's talking about me? Oh, shit, I'm out of here. Oh, this guy's saying something that don't make no sense to me? Oh, shit, I'm out of here. And I don't go and say, this is my response to Dick Blower boxing 2000. I don't care about that. He said something, I left, and that's the end of it. That's the end of it. Yo, so-and-so was talking about you. Okay. Yo, something, Chad Boxing declared war on you. Don't care. Because I've been to their channels, I've heard the product, and I'm not impressed. And I can tell when there's something wrong with these guys. And I'm telling you, 99% of these guys have issues. You can hear it when they talk. And it's more than just an accent from where you're at in West Bubblefuck, USA. Some of these people have problems. And some of these people with the behavioral issues are out and about, and they all have social media. And you think you're looking at a normal person. There's no deformity that you can see. But if you paid attention in school, you say, yo, look, this KDB Sports, what up, man? You can tell that there's something wrong with him. Who makes 400 accounts to stalk somebody? How many times you heard me say, I don't know why this guy's talking about me. I'm not the goddamn athlete. What are you mad at me for? Go pick a video that has more than 30 comments on my other channel and just read. Just read the silliness. Go look at BFTB shows from when he first got started 3 years ago. Go to BFTB Boxing and go back to like 2020, 2022. Go to 2019, as a matter of fact. It used to be a circus, the people that would call up that show and beam in, and you can hear that they're crazy. Remember that dude? What was that guy's name? Forget his name, but he had that weird voice, the British kid. BFTB, AJ. He's just really strong, and he has nice abs. I'm like, what is wrong with this kid? He called every day for like 2 years. I was like, what is wrong with this dude? He was a little young, but he was an adult. But then there was a grown man. I mean, these dudes was crazy. And I said, I can't believe this. More and more, I realized Jerry Springer show with those people in wedding dresses throwing cake at each other, that was real. Raunchy TV and the internet gave these fools a platform. So now the people that have sense, we're now mixed up and stalked by these people with no sense. That's why your block game has to be 100%. Exactly. If BFTV would cuss you out, and these dudes came back the next day. And I'm listening to it like, my God, what is wrong with these dudes? Every day? Every day? So who do you surround yourself with? And you're going to make mistakes along the way. You might have a friendship that might turn sour. But you make sure you stay the course. You make sure that these people know your intentions. No hidden agendas. And don't let anybody, and I mean this, do not allow anybody to alter who you are as a person. That's very important. Integrity is everything. You know what integrity is? Because a lot of people don't have it. A lot of people don't have it. Anthony, what up? We had a lot of yeah, that dude YB, that was his name. YB, that was who that was. A lot of people don't have integrity. A lot of people have their own motive. And when I say motive, it's one thing that you can have a good motive. You can have a motive with good intentions. But a lot of people, their intentions are not good, only to themselves. and they will step on you to reach their goal with total disregard to whether it harms you on any level. And that comes with you learning how to identify who you have around you. A lot of people don't understand what the LDBC is. And it's a lot of trial and error. I was here for all of it. I can tell you some stuff that y'all don't even know about from the beginning. There's people that were around that you would thought they had great intentions, and then they just gone. Like, what happened to so-and-so? I have no idea. The amount of things that we had to defuse, Manda Masamusa salute. We've had to diffuse, and we try not to be messy. If a relationship doesn't work out, you go your separate ways. And when the ridiculousness leaks out, it's not us making this video. It's always the person that's no longer affiliated, sneak dissing and all this other weird stuff. And then we get the phone call or we get the DMs. Yo, what happened with so-and-so? I could have swore he's talking about you. Yup. Well, he's not around and he's the one complaining. Do math. If you're going to talk, let him talk. Let him talk. That's how I'm handling it. You know why? This is how I handle things. I spent a lot of time telling people not to respond to foolishness. You know why? Your track record is supposed to speak for itself. I looked and I said, I could cut everybody that's talked about me. I could really cut their ass up. But why? My track record speaks for itself. Nobody has handled situations in this space like I have. Nobody. You know why? Because I know how to deal with people. I understand human nature. Maybe the brother or sister was angry at me for whatever reason. If they choose not to talk and air it out and they choose to remain angry, I can't help that. And I'm not gonna. I can't help it. I'm not gonna. If you're mad by choice, if you're harboring feelings for X amount of years, I can't help that. I can't help that. I'm gonna move on though. Who do I surround myself with? Y'all see who I surround myself with. Ask them about me. Because everybody that says some wickedness about me, it's gotten back to me. I get DMs, I get emails all the time. Yo, bro, so-and-so says something about you, and I know that shit ain't true. Well, listen to him, listen to her, and go through all of my content. And I'm never worried about what anyone says about me. Because it's a complete, how I move and what I've done in this space, in this community, it's a complete contradiction to everything that they've said. So that's why I don't worry. My reputation speaks for itself. I don't care. I don't care. I just spoke to my brother on a text today, iRock. Let me read the super chat. I'm going to read you what the brother sent me. Eric Jordan, that super chat salute. He said, I was in special ed classes when I was growing up, but they helped me learn the best way. And it helped me. And now I own my own trucking company and growing. Exactly. And like I said, Eric Jordan, I had family members that was in special ed, but there was nothing wrong with them. They just learned different. And some of them had behavioral problems. I had a cousin that couldn't keep still. He was always in some shit. Special education is a smaller space so the kids could learn better. Nothing wrong with them. What I'm saying is the motherfuckers with the behavioral problems, they on the internet stalking us, death threats and stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, man. And salute to you, Eric Jordan. That's major. That's major. On your own. Exactly. Kane's asking, Drew, were you like that before the force or did that in your training? Well, a little bit of both. Because I had to understand human nature dealing with girls. And I learned a lot early, like, whoa. You had to learn to listen and say, okay, let me step away. Holy crap. I've seen young girls talk themselves up into a riot. You know when they do that? When they start brainstorming, it's never good. It's always the worst case scenario. It's like, oh shit. Andrew 100, salute. Just back away, fellas. Don't get involved in none of that. When it's out of control, when you're like, whoa, wait, hey, wait, you think, whoa, oh, okay. Just walk away. You know why? What do I always say? Time reveals all truth. I didn't just make that up. Now, when I got to the force, verbal judo is trained. You got to pull a rope. You can't push it. You got to let people talk because the truth always comes out. You let them talk. They say something. You're like, there it is. That's why he or she is upset. Let them talk. Y'all seen me get into it several times on my channel. And I get them every time. They tell on themselves. And when they give you that information, how you handle it is how you handle it. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody could have done to buckle up boxing what I've done. And I'm not talking bad about him. After all the screaming and cursing calmed down, I said, all right, what's your problem with me? And then he started talking. And I was like, well, dogs, it's not that. When did I say this? I didn't say this. Stephen Fulton said this. And here's the article. Read it, brother. You thought I made that? I didn't make it up. Cool Boy Steph said that. Here's the article. Next. In everything he went down. I said, no, it's not that. It's this. You didn't know about this? He did. He had 11 videos about me, and it was all wrong. We addressed all of them. And the last thing he said was, oh, well, you know, you talking about the homie. Who's the homie? Would stay real. That's your homie. And that's when the general had to get on the panel. Oh, you sure you want to claim him? You sure? You ran back and told his daughter that I was clowning his death, which is not true. That's not what I did. I never responded to that dude. I was like, man, he went to see his maker thinking about me. That guy, you have 11 videos about me. That dude had like 30. Huh? This is all relevant to what I'm saying. Who do you surround yourself with? He said that's the homie. That means he attached himself to him. And then the icing on the cake was when 78 got on here and he said, hey, man, he threatened the welfare of a child, Black Fight fan. That dude threatened the welfare of a young black girl. And you attached yourself to that guy? Oh, I ain't see that. No. You said that's the homie. I don't say anybody's my homie if I don't know who the fuck they are. You attach yourself to that. You see what I'm saying, y'all? And now all of a sudden he said he didn't know that. You can't say you didn't know that. You said that's the homie. How I'm talking to y'all right now, imagine you getting locked up and now you're sitting in an interrogation room. Yeah, you know Scotty Appadopoli? Yeah. You know him? Yeah, that's the homie. Oh, well, the homie just, two bodies just an hour ago. And we have surveillance of you getting out his car. Oh, I didn't know he killed anybody. You didn't know he was a murderer? No. Well, those are just 2 bodies today. We just getting to the house and in his basement, there's 4 more under concrete on some John Wick, which means we have to break the concrete and find those graves. I didn't know that, but you said that's your homie. You see? You see? You can't just talk. King Corleone, salute. You can't just be talking. You sure that's the homie? You remember that little scene in Avengers, the first one? When Loki showed up? And Thor said, Quiet. I know that I know he's done wrong, but that is my brother. He is of Asgardian blood. He said, your brother is responsible for like umpteen deaths. He said, he is adopted. Yeah, he backed off of that real fast, didn't he? You already said that's your brother, dude. It's too late. You see? He is adopted. Yeah, see? Do not be so quick to claim somebody. Who do you surround yourself with? And as you get older, ladies and gentlemen, people are watching you. They're watching your association. You remember I told you about the fool that my boy hangs out with? He plays ball with that Rick Fox looking dude. He's about 6'5", slim dude. He's a mulatto. He's not really Latino, I don't think. He has a black last name, but he got curly hair and light eyes. Got straight teeth. Hit the jackpot in the genetics department, but he's an absolute nightmare. 5 kids, remember that? I told you the story. 5 kids, 5 baby mamas. They all know each other. And he's about to get married to the sanitation worker. They should be married by now. And I had to tell my boy, I said, I know we went out to get some drinks, but you can never bring that nigga around me again. No, I can't. I held all my water listening to him. I'm never. Don't do that. That was annoying. Who do you surround yourself with? And I told my homie, I said, man, come on, man, we almost 50. You can't be doing that. Leave his ass at the court. Don't do that. Let's reverse the roles for a second. Ladies, gone are the days that if it's 5 of y'all and 3 of y'all are good, clean, and wholesome, or, you're not out there, but you got 2 of your homegirls that are out there. Gone are the days of the buddy system. Are we just going to go to this party and that's them with that bullshit, but that's not us 3. All the hood need to see is those 2, because all they're going to see is that 2, and they're going to be like, who your friends? They ain't going to meet y'all and say, the hell with those 2. We don't get down like that. No, they're going to look at the worst case scenario. You become associated with them because your great behavior is not rubbing off on them. And the world don't care because drama sounds so much better than the truth. That's what I'm saying. I had to tell my sister that. She had a fast little friend from junior high school. And I'm like, yo, nope. So you see her right there? It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. And as she got older, she had to distance herself from her because she was doing too much. I had a buddy growing up. He was always out there, sleeping with a lot of women. And then when we got older, out of high school, whatever, I got myself a little car. Gas was real cheap back then, like $1.38 a gallon. And between us, we probably had like $100, maybe 4 of us in a car, driving around, eating McDonald's, White Castles or whatever, just trying to bag girls. We wouldn't go to the club unless I was working the door, but we would just go to the club and hang out around the front of the club and just try and talk to girls all night. Right? And my boy he developed this thing where I don't know what was wrong with him, but he was just knocking chicks up. I started hearing about chicks around the way. And this was like around the way where we lived. And then I started hearing things like, yeah, so-and-so brother went to your man's house. And your man came out and they were fighting in the hallway. I'm like, why? What happened? Yo, he knocked her up. And then he was like, ain't my baby. And then the brother ran over there and they was fighting in the hallway and the police got called. I said, oh, shit. I said, okay, I'm thinking that's an isolated incident, right? That same month, Another chick where we lived. Give me my bread. I gotta go get my stomach pumped because of you. I ain't giving you no bread. And I remember her screaming in front of the building, throwing shit at him. And we was like, ooh, I ain't even want to walk over there. In one summer, that happened to him 4 times. And I said, yo, what are you doing, man? You know what he did? He smiled and laughed. That's all I needed to know. Yo, man, you know how it is. I said, yo, you can't use a condom, my man? You get into fights, you got chicks coming over here throwing acorns at you, the little green ones that hurt. Talking about they're gonna get their daddy, and I'm like, yo, what's funny about this? What's funny about this? And this is a cat I've known all my life. And at that point, we was in our 20s. At that point, I said, okay. I can't. To be around him and laughing and joking and playing ball is to co-sign his behavior, even if we're not even talking about that. To be around him is a co-sign that. We have to shun that behavior. We can't just say, oh, that's what you did? Okay, well, whatever. Well, how about those Knicks? No, man. These are character flaws. And to be around him and not check him on that is to enable the garbage. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I was not about that life. So we respectfully told him about himself, like, yo, you got to get right with that, man, because this is crazy. Next thing you know, someone's father is going to pull up and start blasting, and you'll be sitting here with us. And what happens? When it's a drive-by, everybody get hit but the motherfucker they're aiming for. Kids' heads popping off. Somebody get their eye shot out. Old woman get blicked off, and he's standing there. Everyone else is switched cheese. We're dead. The person who shot, who let those rounds off, who got the dumping on us, he go to jail. Shorty don't get her stomach pumped, and the problem is still there. No. Stop. Brothers, how many dudes you knew just decided to get into the drug game? That's automatic. Word, you okay. Have fun, good luck, bro. I got love for you. But please, don't come around me now. You got entire blocks looking for you from other boroughs. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Literally around my way in the 90s, it was like 2 a.m. It's a summer night. We didn't want to sit in the house. We in front of the building, game planning on, yo, when I get out of school, we're going to get this car. We're going to get a girl. We're going to get a house. And who are those 30 niggas walking through our block? Who is that? And we're like, yo, these niggas came out of nowhere. We were stuck. We was like, the fuck? They're looking at us. Oh, that ain't him. Who are they looking for? And we found out. Because one of them niggas, yo, I ain't gonna say my man's name. Yo, y'all know so-and-so? We was like, yeah. Yo, he outside? Ain't seen him in 3 days. That's real talk. I ain't see that nigga in 3 days. Which was true. I mean, we haven't. They all walked by his building and everything. They knew where he lived. And I said, yo, there was no cell phones back then, y'all. Well, they were, but doctors had them. We didn't have them. We had a beeper. We was like, yo, who's calling him? Not me. I only got his mama. I only got his mama number. I don't even know he home. And it's 2 a.m. And these niggas was outside. They were walking up. Imagine just sitting there. And then you look up and there's like 30 niggas. You just surrounded like, what the fuck? What? I was like, yo, my heart was racing. I said, oh shit, what happened? And I'm looking at them like, yo, you know, they was like, nope. And we knew who they, we put 2 and 2 together. As soon as they said, yo, you know so-and-so? Yeah. He outside? I ain't see that nigga in 3 days, bro. Word? Yup. Some other nigga, yo, that nigga live over there. And they walked up. I said, I hope that nigga ain't outside, man. I hope he ain't outside. What do you want us to do? There's literally an army of them niggas. There was only 4 of us sitting on a bench. What was he gonna do? No cell phones. I was like, I ain't gonna tell y'all the rest of the story because it's kind of funny, but not funny. Well, you know what? I'll just say this. That nigga did something wrong and left his spot where he was working, went home to his mom's house, and the nigga hid under the bed for 2 days. His mother didn't even know he was in the crib. I'm dead serious. Nigga hid under the bed for 2 days. 2 days. And the only reason why he came up from under the bed was because he had to take a shit. I'm not kidding. That's the story that... Bro. Now, this is another nigga that we grew up with. And we're sitting there like, yo, you know these dudes didn't even have to talk to us? Dudes walked, they were like looking at us. And we was like, the fuck? We're not him. Who are you looking for? Uh-oh. Nope. We're in line. We ain't seen him in 3 days. And what if they said, all right, pat, pat, pat. That could have happened. Who are you associated with? That's important. That is so important. Man, I ain't going to talk about Soundview. Story Avenue, forget, man. Hell no. Hell no. That's just different. The 43rd precinct's right there. The projects is right there. Shootout will happen up the block from the 4th precinct. That's how gully it is over there in Soundview. No, thank you. So, who you surround yourself with is very important. Take pride in who you surround yourself. Yeah, literally, Gun Hill Road. Literally, it's called Gun Hill Road, y'all. It's called Gun Hill Road. Literally, it's called Gun Hill Road. Seriously. Yep. So anyway, surround yourself with the best of people. If you figure out that this person has bad intentions or intentions that are productive to them, but that will compromise your integrity, step off and let them know about it. Sever ties and show no remorse. Because if that person is moving in a direction that'll compromise your integrity, trust me, you don't want to be around it. Why? I just said birds of a feather, right? This person just did this. You might have to sever ties. You might have to end relationships. Never be afraid. If it's not what you're about, let them know. Say, look, man, look. I see what you're doing. Is that what you're doing? Look, I'm not about that. So I'm not going to step on you, but I'm not going to be a part of that either. So, let's just one love. You go ahead and do your thing. All right. Because I'm doing something else here. You go ahead and do what you got to do there. And yeah, good luck with it. You ain't got to diss them. You ain't got to do none of that. If they do that to you, that's on them. But when people start asking, well, what happened to y'all working relationship? Notice he's the one talking and I'm sitting here quiet. Notice he's talking and complaining because he was about to use me for his schmuckery. And I'm just going ahead doing what I do. Why is he salty? Because he wasn't brave enough. He or she wasn't brave enough to go on their endeavor by themselves. So what they wanted to do is use you to bring you down. as they crash their own airplane. It's a suicide mission that they're on. It never ends well. Step away. Step away, man. Step away. Can you receive constructive criticism? Or do you get angry when someone says, hey, look, man, this is good, but you ever thought about doing this? You ever thought about doing that? Exactly, Kane. You're absolutely right. Can you receive constructive criticism? Absolutely, I can. Quick story. Wilder Fury 3. I told y'all this story a bunch of times. When I got to my seat, there was these two Spanish dudes holding hands like how you hold your wife's hands. Arm-in-arms, like how you go to the movies with your boyfriend and you hold his hand like that. There were two men. My row was here, their row was there. And when they walked up, I saw them holding hands. You know, I said, all right, well, no, this is the world we live in. So I heard them talking Spanish. No, I'm saying I heard them talking English when I walked up. When they looked up at me, they started talking Spanish the rest of the time. I said, why are these dudes talking Spanish? So I already know what time it is. So the event was over. I leave, right? And y'all remember how the night ended. I was pissed off, whatever. And I get to my hotel room and I check my video. And some dude types in there, why did you leave so fast after Wilder lost? And I said, all right, everybody knew I was there, but I did something very specific when I left. So I said, oh, I know who this is. Now we're there to watch a boxing match. He's watching me. And I said, this gotta be the dude, one of the dudes that was sitting over there. So I said, I went downstairs to check to see if my boy was okay. Why are you paying attention to me to that extent? And then he said something disrespectful. And I said something disrespectful and I blocked him. So I did my live stream. That same live, I get another a notification. And then he says, why did I block his brother? You are a public figure and you should be able to take constructive criticism. So I responded to him. I said, there's a fine line between constructive criticism and just being insulting and rude and vulgar. That's number one. Number two, your brother, I think you spelled husband wrong. I don't hold my brother's hand like this.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
You spelled husband wrong, dude. Is it a Brokeback Mountain situation? Did you tell your ladies that you're going somewhere with Miguel or Jose, or whatever your names is? And y'all running around giving each other back shots all weekend long? It's Vegas, baby. Is that what's happening? And then I blocked him. I can take constructive criticism. I don't mind anybody saying, hey, Drew, you know, I think you was kind of hard on so-and-so, you know, teach what up. And I'll explain my side. Somebody hit me up on a DM a long time ago when my channel first started taking off. And I said something about the women in the broken wrist community. Just do the math. And I said it within bounds because y'all understand that we get attacked a lot. But whatever I said was in bounds. And this brother hit me up behind the scenes and he says, you know, that was kind of OD how you said it. And I said, no, it wasn't. It was completely justified because someone said something to me. And I put the comment It was in the comment section. So I went in. And I said, well, I find it interesting. When that person said that in the chat, I didn't even see you. But you said you saw the live and you have a wrench. But you know what his story was? He was upset because his mother was, and I politely explained it. See, you remember when I said you got to let people talk? You got to let people talk. You got to let people talk. Just let them talk. And I said, oh, so your story is your mother gets down like that, and as an adult, you're still dealing with the acceptance of it. You're good and grown. Your mother's good and grown, but there's something in you that you go into protection mode. You think that every time someone, makes a joke about it, you think they're talking about your mother. I said, I don't know your mother. I don't know your mother. But if no one knows me or my mother or my brother or know me personally, they get on here and talk about me and I'm on steroids and everything else. I'm responsible about how I react. So if you come for me, I'll block you and I'll say what I say. And this, incidentally, someone said something in the chat and I went in on her, allegedly, if it was a woman. And he was worried about my vulgarity and my demeanor. But I said, not once did you address what that person said to me. And there was something out of bounds because I went off on that person. I said, but you were wrenched up. You didn't even block that person. I had to block that person. Who the fuck is ringing my intercom at 12:20 in the morning? Hold on, what the fuck? Don't get shot. You're not invited. Do not ring my bell. Do not ring my bell. It's 12:20 at night. Someone just rang my intercom. Oh no, the heat's here, King. The heat's here. Show up in my shit uninvited, you gonna get hurt. You gonna fuck around and lose your life. You see something? Out your fucking mind. Hold on. Fuck. Hold on. Yeah. Here's what you do, y'all. Get yourself a ring. Can't nobody come to my door. Not even the motherfucking UPS, anybody. I get notifications. My neighbors come in and out. I know what time it is. There you go. It's called Ring. Get it. Oh yeah. Doorbell app. Yep. Get it. Get the ring. Why do you think when people be snatching your packages and shit? I see everything, bro. I see everything. There you go. Yeah, we good. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. So anyway, anyway. Sometimes people ring the wrong bell. Hear the salute. Sometimes someone will ring the wrong bell. But I don't like that shit. And yeah. Won't be good for them. Don't ring on my bell, you know. Nah. Nope. I ain't got, listen. I could break a motherfucking neck easy. But let me be very clear. Oh, nah, mind the Masabu. So that's not him. That's not him. I went to his page. He's a little, you know, special. Remember what I said? That they're walking among us and we don't know? I went to his page and he didn't mean anything by it. I had to let him know, you know, calm down, bro. What are you doing? Why are you talking about the area in which I roam? You know, that's a problem, dogs. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't hide. I'm just saying I'm out and about. I'm outside. I tell people I'm outside. If you want to get your shit ended over boxing, not a good idea, bro. But no. You know, There we go. Hello. Anyway. Growth was good, brother. Anyway, that was my little story about constructive criticism and you know, people let them talk and they're gonna tell you exactly what you need to know. And yeah, just let them talk. I'm sorry, my thing is updating. I'm sorry. How are your listening and comprehension skills? A lot of people say they hear stuff, but they don't. They can read, but they don't comprehend. They can listen, but they don't comprehend. You're talking to someone. You're talking to someone and talking to someone and talking to someone. But they comprehension is off. The comprehension is off. It's like, you know, you're talking, but they like, it's not sinking in. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You didn't hear what I just said? They heard you, but they don't, it's not sinking in. It's not, the comprehension is the problem. You have to make sure your comprehension skills are at maximum because it makes you a better leader. You learn all of these things makes you a leader. How do you learn how to be a leader? From other leaders, man? You know, we talk about that term submission. You have to submit and learn in order to become a leader. Can you do that? Or is your ego so big that you look at these things and say, hey man, I ain't gotta listen to her. I ain't gotta listen to him. I ain't gotta listen to them. Why? What makes them so damn special? What makes them so damn special? Huh? What makes them so fucking special? Why do I have to listen to them? Who are they? Thank you, young Hollywood. Ego and pride could kill a man. Instead of learning from the person that's in charge of the damn thing, you're sitting there like looking at them and wondering why he has the attention of, I don't care how many people it is. It could be 2 people. It could be 200 people. It could be 2,000 people. And the reality is, while you're saying, hey, man, I can do exactly what that brother or sister's doing. If you had it, you wouldn't know what to do with it. You know why? For that person to reach that status where they have a handful of people listening to them, that person paid dues, male or female, they paid dues. And they didn't get out of bed a leader. They learned how to lead from someone else. Great NFL coaches, where do you think they learned how to coach football at? Who's the greatest NFL coach that they always talk about? What's his name? The brother with the glasses? Well, not brother, but you know, the man with the glasses and the coat. What's his name? What's that man's name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all watch football. What's his name? With the glasses. Forgot his name. But his Lombardi, that's his name. Thank you, Kane. How many people did he mentor and they became great coaches? I know there's like 2 of them. There's like 2 of them. Now, imagine he's trying to show a person how to be a coach and what to look for in a player and how to run a play. And the whole time, there's some person sitting there just saying, man, he think he the shit. He got a room full of people learning from him, man. He don't know much. I could do what he's doing. And you're sitting there in silence. You're sitting there in silence. But you're hating. You're not submitting to the system. And when you don't submit to the system, what happens when you try and create your own? It never works. Because when you submit to the system, you become the system. And you can carry on the system's legacy. And then when you become an expert at the system, then you can add things and see what works, trial and error. Not try and reinvent the goddamn wheel. Submission is a major part of becoming a great leader. What if someone came up to you right now and says, yo, look, this is my McDonald's franchise. I'm walking away from this for whatever reason. I'm willing to sign all of this over to you. It's been here for 2 decades. I have 20 million sitting in the bank and I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm signing it over to you. It's yours. It's in a nice popping area. We do over about $10 million in revenue a day. A day, man. But the trade-off is you have to be here at least 12 hours a day. You gotta make sure the kids you hired ain't stealing, and I go home smelling like French fries. I'm ready to retire from this shit. I got 20 million in the bank. I'm good. I'm giving this to you. At first, you say, this is great. I've been to 1 million McDonald's in my life since the 70s. The flip side is, holy shit, I've eaten McDonald's. I've sat down at McDonald's. I remember when they invented chicken McNuggets, but what's the problem here? What's the problem? You know what the problem is? Do you know how to run a McDonald's? No. I know the shake machine is there, the hamburgers is over here, and you have to go to Hamburger University, y'all. And I'm not kidding. That's what it's called. And you have to learn how to work at McDonald's. You have to make sure you purchase all their products from where they purchase their products. Because if you're in violation of that franchise in any way, shape, or form, if you don't get your French fries from where they tell you to get it, if you don't get your patties from where they tell you to get it, if you try to cut any amount of corners and they find out, you're in violation of their agreement. And they will terminate you. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? I know, Mansa Musa. You know, we gotta stay on point. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. So you getting $1 million, $1 million a day earning McDonald's means nothing if you don't know how to run it. How do you learn how to run a McDonald's? You got to go to school for it. You have to submit to the system. See, that term submit is not so bad. I would tell homie, yo, look, before you sign this shit over to me, can you pay for me to go to Hamburger University so I can learn everything? Because if you sign over to me, I'm going to fuck this up in a week. I don't know what I'm doing. But some people can't submit to a system because they're too ignorant. They have big egos. It's fruitless. Are you selfish or are you selfless? If you're selfish, pack it up. There's a lot of people that cozied up to the LDBC because they're selfish. I'm gonna cozy up to them, you know. I'm gonna throw LDBC in it, and people are gonna say, "What are they talking about? Is he friend or foe? What is he talking about? What is he talking about?" Okay, I guess I like him, and they buddy up with us, and then once they get to where they gotta go, what do? The spear right in the back. They go off and do their own thing and say, I don't need anybody. I'm my own person. I'm my own man, whatever. Meanwhile, you're your own man. Turn off your super chats if you're over 1,000. If you're monetized, turn off your super chats. You're your own man. Turn off your memberships. You're your own man. Will you go live if there's 5 people in your chat or if there's 500 people in your chat? Who are you for real? So yeah. Who are you? Are you selfish? Are you selfless? Selfless meaning you're at service for people. You don't mind taking time out your day. Because listen to me very carefully, y'all. Poor work output reflects leadership. I'll tell you this again. Poor work output reflects leadership. I'm saying it one more time so it can sink in. Poor work output reflects leadership. If your leadership is trash, the people around you are going to let you know about it. Which is why I lead by example. You need to understand that you're always being watched. If you're a parent, you have children, your kids watch you. Even when you don't think they're watching you. They're watching how you dress, they're watching how you walk, they damn sure listening to when you talk. They don't listen to anything articulate you say, but when you drop that first F-bomb, then your kid walking around the house, pop, pop, pop. It's like, oh man, I done said a whole sentence before that. And you heard that. That's how it is. Understand you're always being watched. People are watching you for educational purposes. They could be watching you saying, you know what, this brother's setting a good example. This sister is setting a good example, man. I'm following her lead. I'm watching her. She's motivating me to do great things, and this is all good. Or some people are watching to hope that you fuck up. Whatever it is, stay the course, maintain integrity. It's not going to matter. Because if they're motivated by you doing right, that's great. But if they're hoping that you fuck up, to say, aha, when they think you made the big one, the big boo-boo, it's not going to matter. What do you hear me always say? I don't know everything. I'm not perfect. I love boxing and don't love me back. I give my opinion. I removed all perfection. I'm not perfect. I strive for perfection. How do you strive for perfection? Admitting that you're not perfect. You want to get things right. You understand? You want to get it right. You want to be as accurate as possible. There's something going around with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia right now. Everybody has it on their gram. I'm going to wait. There's no rush for me to post it for views. I'm going to wait. I was talking to Bill earlier on the text on my boxing show. We was texting each other. I'm going to wait. I've become selfless in this space. I'm selfless in my life. Poor work output reflects leadership. I believe that if I keep lending a helping hand to people who are receptive to it, they're going to see that. And when the next generation of people come up behind them, they're going to say, you know what? I'm going to do for them what Drew did for me, and so on and so on and so forth. And then you have a functioning unit of people doing things. That's how organizations work. That's structure. But if your work output is poor, what are you going to be producing? Poor things. Each one, teach one. And I got taken off. I was supposed to read something to you. My brother iRock. Brother says, peace, God. I was wondering if you were still going to set up that live to show people what they need to do to get their channel off the ground. Asking because I'm about to buy a new mic, camera, capture card, headphones, etc. I'm ready to do this tech channel and help get the rest of the LDBC right when it comes to tech, security, and just life in general. I said, absolutely. I'm going to set up for next week. Much appreciated. He said, it's all love. I appreciate you taking time to do this. Each one, teach one. That was my response. That's our brother iRock. And I ain't speak to him in a couple of days, a couple of weeks. And then he sent me this right when I got off work. You see that? These are seeds planted. This is me. This is the legacy that I'm leaving. This is the example that I'm setting. Ask me how much I charge people for help. No. What do I always say? Everybody can eat on here. It's about the work output that you put out. And I still tell people, don't compare yourself off of me. You can be better than me. I have 3 channels. I have a schedule. I write shit down. I'm a content creator. You don't just get on here, cut on the mic, because that's what people think. Mark, what up? That's what people think. They're on the outside looking in. Who is this guy with the big shoulders and always saying he's 6'2"? I don't care. Fuck this nigga. I don't care what he's talking about. He's wrong half the time. He don't know boxing. What is this pep talk thing? What is this bear cave thing? Now they want to talk about comics, or what? They don't know what they're doing. Okay, if you're a hater, don't worry about what I'm doing. Go on and do it. And what do? What do you think they do? They talk about me all day long. I have all the proof I need. Put in Drew Titan in the fucking YouTube search bar and see what comes up. I didn't know I was that popular. That's why when I go to boxing matches and people want to, hey man, I watch you every morning. And I don't comment because, I work for so-and-so and I can't be seen in there when things get crazy. No, I haven't. Not yet, healer. So I must be doing something right. But you know what? I get more love than I get hatred. The hatred is only a handful. The love is, as of right now, it is 7,813. That's the love. 7,813. That's how many subs I got, Drew Titan LLC. So you think I care about a bunch of people talking about me? Don't care. I'm selfless. My brother iRock hit me out of nowhere, and now we're about to do a meeting, and for people that want to grow their channel, he has information. I'm not charging no money for this. This is just what we do. This is just what we do. Because it needs to be done. And people need help. Selfless. And you need to understand that you're always being watched. There's people that appreciate what you're doing and following your lead. And there's people just waiting for you to mess up, hoping you mess up. Actually trying to set traps to make you mess up. Men and women. Like I said, the dudes watching you. Dudes watching you. Just so they could say, aha, I knew he'd mess up. The women watching you. Trying to sabotage your shit. I'm telling you, I've been through it. I've been through it. Silly rabbit tricks are for kids, though. My reputation speaks for itself. People hear shit about me and they DM me and email me all the time. Yo, so-and-so said this about you. What's good with them? And I always say, yo, look, I don't know. I don't know what's good with them. Until you can't avoid it. It's like, all right, look, here's the deal with this person. And I ain't telling you what to do. But you hear this person, right? And 10 times out of 10, the response I get is, Drew, they ain't fucking with you. I ain't fucking with them. Because that's wrong. You don't do that. What you're being accused of, you don't do that. Okay, thank you. I don't need to defend myself. This is me. I don't need to defend myself. If a person has to sit back and conjure up things in their mind, well, maybe it was Drew. What the fuck? When all I've done is help people that wanted to be helped? Do you know to sit back and try and sabotage somebody, that takes a lot of calculated work that I am not interested in doing. I'm not interested in that. If you don't want to deal with me, I don't deal with you. It's simple. There's people that I stopped dealing with. Y'all don't even know. Why? I don't make no fucking announcement. I just don't fight. I just stopped. That silliness with Bruce Gas, I got so mad I did a live about it because that shit hurt my feelings, man. I was everything but respectful and nice to that man when people was ready to drag him 5 different times about 2 years ago. And I told the troops, stop. Wait a minute. That's an older man. Maybe you don't know how the social media thing works. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. And I had him reach out to me. He has my phone number. And I called him. I said, look, this is what's going on. Maybe you don't know, but look, this is what's happening. And you were seen over here. And you can't tell me that you was there for the boxing because so-and-so's name is in the channel. It's in the title of the live. And you was there with laughing and fire emojis. And look, you just can't do that. And I had to say to him, what if so-and-so was talking about you and had your name in the channel and I'm in there laughing and joking with it? He never gave me a straight answer. And then that's when I realized, holy shit, is he high? Because, he smokes. And I said, is anything I'm saying registering? Because he smokes. He smokes. I'm not making it up. This is a man, when I had Vinny Pazienza on my show, I called him. I said, hey, Bruce, guess what? I got Vinny Paz. What's going to be on the show? Love for you to come through. He's been on my show a few times. I was everything and nice to that man. And then after I told him what the problem was, what did he do? He goes to someone else's live stream when they're talking about a family member. And he's in there with laughing and fire emojis again. I saw it. And what did I do? And this was going on 2.5 years ago now, y'all. What did I do? Blocked him. And I didn't say a word. He texted me on the phone. I know what happened, bro, but you're still my brother. Didn't even respond to him. I didn't say anything. Goddamn 2 years later, he's dragging my name on the Ops channel. And somebody sent it to me. I was like, yo. And believe it or not, the person that sent it to me, they told me how they found it. They said they went there by accident. And he so happened to see the chat and was like, why is Bruce here? And he said, oh shit. Why is he dragging you? I said, I don't know why. And it made my blood boil because I left him alone, goddamn, like maybe a year. It's like almost 2 years ago. I left him alone. Y'all didn't even know I stopped dealing with him. I didn't tell anyone not to go to his channel anymore. I didn't tell anyone. I just left him alone. And y'all know that's what I do. I just left him alone. And there he is creating trouble on a stalker's channel at that. So I went off. Because then the racial aspect came out of that. I said, at the end of the day, that's a white guy. And he goes to a black channel and he's trying to enable a black on black situation. He made dude say my name. Is it DT? Is it DT? Is it Drew Titan? And then he says, he don't know shit about boxing anyway. And this is a man that I called on the phone. I squashed beef. I kept people off of his bumper. And I invited him to my panel on more than one occasion. And one occasion, I got him to talk to Vinny Pazienza. Now you tell me, what the fuck did I do to that guy? And when he did it again, I didn't even drag his name. Y'all didn't even know that shit happened. I said, I can't fuck with this guy no more. And I blocked him. And he came to the live in the morning. He saw his name was a grade. He texted me. I didn't even respond to him, man. I left him alone. Y'all didn't even know. And then when I saw that shit, I said, How much abuse can someone take? A lot. Because I ignore a lot of shit. But I'm busy. I ain't got time I don't make time to respond to people. You're responsible to how you respond. But that motherfucker, I had to get him. Because it came from a different place. You're not going to drag me. I'm not going to get dragged by some old white guy who's a fucking pothead. And I don't know if that's only pot that he's on, man. It could be something else. He's turning around interviewing with Rick Glasson. Oh my God. No. Hell no. But I'm the villain though, right? I'm bullying a 80-year-old man though, right? Total disregard to what the 80-year-old man did to me. He stabbed me in the back. I didn't do nothing to him. So always understand that you're being watched. Exactly, King. Exactly. But these dudes don't appreciate shit. They buddy up to you. He was not monetized when I met him. I said, come on whenever you can. Y'all know how I do. Hop on the live. Let's run your numbers up. Let me help you out. None of these dudes that got a problem with me that's been on my panel before can say that I did something to them. They just doing it. You know what it is? It's jealousy. That's the only explanation. You sit down and talk to these people that don't like me. None of them have met me face to face. None of them. They all going to talk about my demeanor and I think I'm this and I think, what am I? Some of these niggas got channels bigger than me. What are they talking about? That dude, Bruce, was not monetized when I met him. I helped him. And there's a litany of other people that I help. You don't see me out here broadcasting and dropping names. I don't need to do that. I say that there's enough out here for everyone to get it. Spread love, not war. I live by that. It's called social media. I ain't get on here to make enemies. I don't know how I got all these haters. But the retards in school, they're out and about. The kids with the behavior problems, they're out and about, and we don't know who the fuck they are. Jose say, and I a translation for him the other day for a Cuban fighter. Wow, I didn't know. You see, Jose, I don't get involved. Again, that's a prime example. I didn't know you was there. At any point did I say on my channel, if you go fuck with Bruce Gas, don't fuck with me? Did I ever say that? No. I don't need to. What I do say is, if you're found on known hater channels, it's cool. You got to stay there, though. You can't come back here. What's a hater channel? When you go and it says, well, fuck the LDBC and fuck Drew Titan and fuck 78 and fuck Stormy and fuck, and then you're in the chat and people see you and I get screenshots and they say, well, here's a timestamp, go over there because I thought this guy was cool. This guy's wrenched in your chat. What's he doing over there laughing and high-fiving? Oh. I don't make time to eavesdrop on or ease watch on people, but there's about 30 people that make time to do shit like that. And all I can say is thank you, because I don't want no snakes in my goddamn grass. I don't need it. And if you don't fuck with the LDBC, why are you fucking with people that fuck with us? Quantity versus quality. Listen, anybody, and I'm not taking shots at you, Jose, because you didn't know. Anybody that's over there that co-signs of what he says when he does go on this tangent and start sneak dissing or saying people's name, don't tell me you're there for the content. At that point, if you see value in me as a person or value in me in my content, don't tell me you're going over there for the boxing content when my name is in the fucking chat. That's fucked up. My name is in the title of your fucking show. You're not there for the content. You're there for the Jerry Springer nonsense. And while they go off, there's 1,000 videos of people talking about me. They don't know me. When people come here and they see me and they talk to me like I'm talking to y'all right now, they say how this brother acts and what they're saying doesn't match. They tried to do me and Devin Alexander the same way. Had white people telling Devin Alexander, yo, watch out for Drew Titan, he's racist. White people telling a black man that. I said, okay. He said, yeah, you know, you spoke to Sugar Hill for a few minutes. I said, I spoke to him longer than a few minutes. I spoke to him for about an hour, almost an hour. He said, yeah. I said, I'm sending the link to your DM right now. That's the whole conversation. They said, oh man, I saw it on Twitter. It was all chopped up and it was only about 4 minutes. I said, nah, brother. And the shit that he sent me, no, he didn't send it to me. Someone else sent it to me. They made it seem like I was just talking over Sugar Hill. I said, you think that man would stand there and allow that? No. We had a conversation and it wasn't even nasty. It wasn't even nasty. And then he said something and it got back to me and I hit him up on the DM on Instagram. I said, yo, come to Finance channel. We'll have a conversation. That's how it happened. And we had a conversation. And he's a good brother. And I talk to him often. I wasn't disrespectful to Sugar Hill. We had a conversation. And then me and Devin laughed about it. He said, man, they try and put brothers against each other all the time. I said, yeah, brother, I'm glad you see that. I'm glad you see that. I talk to him often. Because I have something called integrity. I can stand on everything that I say here, but the people talking about other people, they can't stand on shit. A lot of these guys don't even show their goddamn face. How about that? All the opinion in the world, all the sneak diss videos in the world, they don't even show their fucking face. And when they do show their face, they ain't about nothing. They're not real content creators. They're content haters. Again, they're not content creators. They are content haters. They don't bring shit to the table. I have 3 channels. I'm very creative. It's a skill. Not everyone has it. If you operate with good intentions and people know that you move with integrity, no outside source can define you. Do you understand what I just said? If your intentions are pure and people know you move with integrity, there is no outside source that can define you. That's why I don't get mad when people talk shit about me, because they don't know me. Even if they've rubbed elbows with me for a little over a year or 2, they don't know me. Because if you rubbed elbows with me and then you suddenly stopped for reasons only you know, if you thought you saw a character flaw in me and you never approached me with it, what does that say about you? Whole time we're working together. The whole time we're working together. And as soon as you reach your goal, you just vanish. Had a couple of people do that to me. Bruce was one of them. And I said, man, that's fucked up. I just left him alone, it was a clean break. Y'all didn't even know that shit happened. Because it was irrelevant. I said, all right, well, good luck on his endeavors. I'm just not fucking with him. Now, one time, did y'all ever hear me say, don't go over to Bruce Gas channel? You ever heard me say that? I never said that. I said, he's a harmless old pothead. What the fuck? What the fuck? He's a harmless pothead. What could he do? And then that's what he did. And I said, man, fuck this old cracker, man. That's bullshit. Why are you on that black man's page trying to incite an issue? The dude was trying not to say my name. Bless his heart. Outlaw pugilist. His stalking ass. Bless his heart. Trying not to say my name. And then he's in the chat. DT, you talking about Drew Titan? He don't know shit about boxing. I don't know shit about boxing. I had you on. You wouldn't be talking to Vinny Pazienza if it wasn't for me, motherfucker. And by the way, Vinny Paz disagrees with you. Because he said, you know, I don't know if you in boxing or any kind of sports, but you really know what you're talking about. You understand things. He said that on my live. You don't believe me? Go to my Drew Titan LLC and put in Vinny Pazienza and watch it. He paid me a great compliment. It warmed my heart. I understand what it is to be in the gym. I understand what it is to coach. I've been around a bunch of them. I know what it takes to train. Obviously, I train. And for a pro, a Hall of Famer to say that to me, we understand. Whenever Stormy is talking to another trainer, they have a dialogue and their antennas go up because they're speaking the same language. And now if they see that, if the audience see that, what makes you think the haters don't see that? And what did I say earlier? They're not receiving the information and using it to better themselves. They're hating on it. This nigga think he's all that. That's all they say about me. This nigga think he's all that. This nigga think he knows everything. What the fuck is an LDBC? If you got to ask by now what the fuck a LDBC is, there's something wrong with you. If your reference is Rick Glasser and Steve Kung Fu Kim, Taekwondo Kim, all them niggas, come on, man. All of those guys are liars. All of those guys are racist. All of them. Every last one of them. My record speaks for itself. My record speaks for itself. I'll say it one more time. My record speaks for itself. Who are you and what example are you setting? I don't care what people say about me. I really don't. Really don't. Because I know me. And people that are around me, they know me. And if you're mad at me for the last few years, ooh, you about to be mad at 2024. And all the haters are going to be left on an island on their goddamn self, by their goddamn self. They're going to be sitting there with their eyebrows on their hats like Captain Crunch, just sitting there looking stink. What you looking stink for? I try to be friends with everybody. You had your chance. What the fuck? You know what y'all don't know? There were people that listened to bullshit, and then when the dust settled, they've apologized behind the scenes. Yo, I didn't know I was listening to this person. All's forgiven, man. We good, dude. It's all right. Don't even worry about it. Nah, I just want to let you know, homie, because, I was just led in another direction. It's all right. It's all right, fam. We good. You know why they're so apologetic? So apologetic? Not one time did you hear me respond. Don't you hear me say time reveals all truth? And a lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. There's some cats that lied on me so bad. When the people they lied to about me, when they came back to me, it was like, yo, homie, my bad, yo. I didn't know that. I ain't that nigga crazy. We cool. Water under the bridge. After making diss videos about me and everything else, I never responded. And the motherfucker that did all that lying and shit, do you know their channels are gone? They weren't stopped. They took the channels down. They took the channels down. If y'all knew the half of what I've gone through in this space, y'all be like, what? I've gotten phone calls from niggas that used to be content creators who I know for a fact I didn't give them my fucking number. I'm like, who's this? Who? Nigga, how'd you get my number? And I'm not getting a straight answer. So they don't want to tell on anybody. I said, all right, cool. I'm going to find out where I got it from. I'm going to let the nigga talk. And he didn't know that he told me who gave him the number he didn't even know. I'm listening to him like, So what is this phone call about? Oh, yeah, I was talking about you? When? What live? Oh, well, I don't know. Okay, well, pick a video and call me back. Because by the way, I never did. But who told you that? Well, I have it on good authority. Good authority? Maybe the authority that told you that got a problem with me for reasons that they can't explain. But go ahead. So you're protecting their integrity, but you felt a need to call me on the fucking phone to ask me that? Ballsy. But let's play the game. What did I say? Oh, well, I'm just asking. You asking me what? Call the authority and ask them what I said. and then ask for the video and the time fucking stamp, and we can have a conversation. Y'all have no idea what I've gone through here behind the scenes. You have no idea. I mean, people have done shit that I know for a fact. I said, man, I couldn't do this 20 years ago because somebody would have caught it by now. But I'm older, I'm wiser, and I don't have to react to everything with violence. I don't. I got shit to lose. And my life is great. I got shit to lose. So I handled it with a conversation. And the brother ended up seeing things my way because I asked what? I asked questions. Who told you this? Do you know if they got a problem with me? What did I do to them? This good authority that you take so you take so much you see value in what they say. What's their problem with me? That they have to call you on the phone and have you call me. What did they say I said exactly? Can you take me to the video? And then I had to explain to the brother, yo, brother, you know, I emailed you a couple of years ago and you never responded to me. And I actually emailed you in support. In support of you in whatever you was going through. Emailed you, brother. You never responded. I was emailing you in support. So I don't know how we went from there to me talking crazy about you. How did we get here? Huh? What does that mean? Sabotage. And a lot of dots were connected behind that. I found out who did what. And there's a lot of snakes in the grass. You got to watch your step. You really have to watch your step. And you got to learn how to ignore a lot of shit. You got to learn how to let people go. And integrity is everything. And you find that you're dealing with people that have not even lack integrity. Because when you lack integrity, that means you have some there, but you lack the rest. There's people that have no integrity and they have no good intentions. And they were users and abusers. And I'm going to say a name right now. KQKC was one of them. He was a user and he was an abuser. And we had to let him go. And I'm going to tell y'all straight up and down, he was on the radar for goddamn a year and a half. And if we dumped him on his goddamn head years ago, we'd have just looked like bullies. Because to y'all, it'd have been like out of nowhere. Like, why'd y'all do that to Unc? Y'all don't know. We try and keep shit in house a lot. A lot. But it got to the point where he did that one last thing. And we was like, we can't let this go, bro. We can't. And I showed that man so much love and respect. And the shit that he told me over a phone call conversation, I said, man, I can't believe you even saying this, bro. Are you serious? I said, all right. And I let him go. I unsubscribed to him. Watch this, y'all. I unsubscribed from him about a year ago. 1 year ago. And I didn't say anything. Do you know how many people was in my DM saying, yo, what's up with him? Is he still LDBC or not? I said, look, man, do you know what it is to try and keep the peace? When you got DMs of people fucking saying, yo, what's wrong with him? Why is he talking crazy? He been talking bad about BFTB. He been doing that. Yo, I don't give a fuck. I'll just say what happened. Father's Day. Father's Day. I'm going to the gym before I go see my father. My phone rings. He's on the phone. I'm like, yo, why is Tay Jones calling me a bitch? Well, good afternoon. Happy Father's Day. Why is he calling me a bitch? I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. You put out a video about some information that he shared. And you put out a video and said it was false, and then you was disrespectful with it. Every action has a reaction. So you put something out. And he responded to you directly. Exactly, Kane. You saw that shit. I said, so what do you expect? What? But he called me a bitch. I'm like, bro, you can't control how people respond to you, bro. Now, how I'm talking to y'all is how I'm talking to him. Now, I'm on the treadmill, jogging and shit. He's disturbing me. So I had to stop my workout. And I said, look, bro, what do you want? No, you called him on the phone. You want me to call this nigga on the phone? You sure? You called him. Hold on. I called Tay. Tay answered the phone. I say, yo, bro, I got KQ on the other line. He's upset. He want to holler at you. He said, yeah? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, bro. I said, look, I don't know if it's going to go left. He said, click over. So I click over, right? I said, we all here? Yeah. He said, Tay? Tay was like, yeah. I ain't got no beef with you. I'm looking at my phone like, what happened to Super Thug? What the fuck was that? What the fuck? This nigga demanded me to call this man on the phone for 10 straight minutes. And I'm trying to be peaceful, like, yo, calm down. You made a video. He made a video. Let it rest. This is what I do behind the scenes. I don't want niggas fighting. Because ain't nothing but a bunch of niggas fighting. You notice that? I could ignore, after I said what I said to Bruce, I ignored Bruce Gas for a year. Until that last moment. The rest of these niggas, I can ignore. I spent more time trying to squash shit behind the scenes. Y'all have no idea. You have no idea. Now I got him on the phone and he was pussycat over the phone. I said, man, oh my God. So that shit worked itself out. I said, Tay, you go ahead and enjoy your Father's Day dinner. Happy Father's Day, man. What the fuck? Do y'all know about the Blue Blood incident? He makes a video about Blue Blood's information, drags his name. I get the text. Yo, I was just on the phone with him yesterday for like an hour, helping him out on some YouTube shit on how to increase what he got going on his channel. And then he puts his video out about me. He said, I ain't helping that nigga no more. That was last year, y'all. Y'all didn't know about that. This is shit we was walking around with for a long time. I'm like, man, what is he doing, man? Then every 5 minutes, he's talking crazy about Bill Haney. I say, look, I just stopped. Because every time he did that, I got the DMs. It wasn't only BF getting DMs. It wasn't only Selmy getting DMs. It was me too. I'm the lieutenant. That's the name niggas gave me. Yo, what's up with KQ? What's up? I say, look, I don't know. My God, man. I said, look, I just started telling niggas, yo, look, ignore him, man. Let him talk, man. Let him talk. And then the last thing was what he did on that nigga Reggie Owens' channel. I was minding my business, and once again, here come the DMs. Drew. Y'all got to do something about him. He's literally talking about in the name of the video had BF's name in it, LDBC, and a picture of him with a lion's head on it. What the fuck was KQ doing in there? And then say, yo, they tried to get me with that Bill Haney shit. Now I was like, oh, okay. He got to go now. Now he got to go because now everyone saw that. What am I supposed to do with that? Everyone saw it. I said, oh shit, man. There was no getting around it. Because you know why? Not everybody in the LDBC is a content creator. We just supporters. We're a community. And they're like, yo, how are we a community when he's doing that? That's poisonous. And 78 had to have a conversation with him. It wasn't ugly. He said, yo, man, bro, you can't, no. You can't be here doing that. That's disrespectful. BF never did anything like that to you. Why are you there with that guy? That guy's crazy. All the people in that chat is crazy. Why are you there? And then BF got the screenshot of that. And then BF had to text him. See, y'all ain't see all of that. Y'all don't need to see all of that. I saw it. Then he tried to cop a plea. And they were like, nah. BF was like, nah, I'm good. And then when he went on his live the next day, then he says, man, your computer broke down. You called me up crying. I sent you a whole computer. Paid for the shipping and handling. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know he did all that. Listen, I've helped that man. BF's helped that man. 78's helped that man. And that man stood on the phone and told me, I said, bro, all I said to him, and this is for the people that were asking what happened. I ain't got no problem talking about it because it's over now. And I have a witness to this conversation. Okay? All I told the man was, you got people in your chat that not only, I don't care if they disagree with our boxing opinion, but some of those niggas have given us death threats. Here's my right hand of God. You know what this nigga said to me? Here's my right hand of God. This man said, and I quote, they ain't never did that to me. So just so I wanted to make sure that he didn't misspeak, I said it again. I said, but Marion, that's his name. I'm telling you that you got people in your chat, multiple people. Malachi was running around in the chat. Well, he was there for a particular reason. But there was other niggas there. I said, yo, bro. These guys have death threatened me and BFTV and the general. He said it again. They ain't ever did it to me. I said, is a wrench worth a $2, $5, $10, $20, $50 super chat? Is that worth more than your LDBC fam? You know what he said? The LDBC don't fuck with me. What? He said it again. I said, wow. Really? You go live after the general. He bigs you up. And in your lives, you have about 100 people in there every day. You mean to tell me none of those people are LDBC? The LDBC don't fuck with me. He said it again. I said, oh. Wow. I only fuck with 78. He didn't even say BFTV. He didn't even say me. That man has called me when he's had personal problems. When he thought King Louis was going to fly over to Chicago and assault him, he called me up crying. When he said Fanon was calling his house and hanging up the phone on him, he called me crying. And there's a couple of other things. And I've helped him out on this YouTube shit. I thought we were friends. He didn't even say, I fuck with 78 and you and Stormy and Black and CC and BF. He just said he only fuck with 78. He's telling me this over the phone. I said, oh yeah. He said, because when my mama was sick, ain't nobody from the LDBC call me. Only people I fuck with is Monty and Keon and Knockout. I said, okay. All right. All right. Remember you said that. So, all right, man. So I ain't curse him out of nothing. We got off the phone. I ain't say nothing. I ain't say shit. I had a witness that heard the whole conversation. Because when he called me, my phone was my old phone. It was my old phone. I got a new phone now. My old phone was connected to my audio equipment here, and I was still talking through the StreamYard. And Stormy B-Man, when we end our lives, a lot of times we talk after the show behind, backstage. He heard the whole conversation. He was sitting right there. When we got off the phone, he said, Drew, I told you this guy was a problem. I told you that. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? How many times you seen him drop a super chat in support of any monetized channel in the LDBC? I don't recall. Y'all let me know. I've super chatted him. I've cash apped him. He might come through on your chat and say hello. He don't fucking donate. And understand, a donation is something that you do out the kindness of your heart. And I'm just saying this for the people that was asking. What happened? Well, I'm telling y'all what happened. A donation is out the kindness of your heart. It's not required. I'm just saying he's never done it. He's borrowed money. People have bought him equipment. People have given him, when you're getting advice from Blue Blood, all right, who does this full time for a living, that's basically money. That's basically advice you should really be paying him for. The fact that he's taking time out of his busy schedule, because he's a very busy man, to even talk to you for more than 20 minutes and give you advice on your channel. Never seen him super chat. He's selfish, not selfless. I've never called him up and asked him for help or anything. Anytime he's hit anybody up in the LDBC, it was for fucking help. But the LDBC don't fuck with him? Wow. Brother, I didn't even know your parents were, well, I knew his parents are elderly. But I didn't know when his mother was sick. What are you doing, making announcements? Everybody got problems. But that's not what we're talking about here, man. It was heartbreaking because me and him came up together. Fanon helped me a great deal and helped him. Y'all remember OG Boxing Talk? That's why I don't get bent out of shape when a troll comes in here and says, "Yo, Drew, you owe Fanon your life." I know what they're trying to say. You know what I say? Shout out to Fanon. That brother helped me. He did. He really did. He really did. And I helped him a great deal. And it's unfortunate, when things happen the way they happened or whatever. But even when they were happening, I stood in the pocket for him. Did I not? Did I not? Look, that situation's a perfect example of who I am. Did I not stand in the pocket when he had his situation on live? Who did everyone call? Y'all think I'm bullshit when I say people DM me and always ask me. That's where it started. That's where it started. I'm not lying. I ain't gotta make this shit up. That's where it started. There's been a fucking trail of why people reach out to me behind the scenes to know stuff. Because I'm always behind the scenes trying to keep it peaceful. When that shit happened with Fanon, I'll never forget it. I was on the LIE driving home and Fred called me. Yo, is Fanon all right? I said, what? What's happening? Yo, he's doing something and he don't look right on his live right now. And it's raining. And I'm like, I can't. I said, Fred, let me call you back. And as soon as I ended the phone call, I put the phone up on the thing. So I'm trying to drive and not crash. And then the phone rang again. It's Trill Will. He said, yo, what's wrong with Fanon? I said, I don't know. I'm trying to find out. Let me hit you back. 78 was live. And then someone's in the chat like, yo, what's wrong with Fanon? He said, yo, what's wrong with Fanon? Hold on. And he ended the live. I go to Fanon's channel and I see the replay. I'm like, oh, shit. Fuck. Is he okay? I don't know what was going on. I know we had a show to do that Sunday morning. And the rest is, as y'all say, is history. I stood in the pocket for my brother. That's what I do. That's what I do. I'm not out here trying to hurt anybody. I'm trying to help. I'm loyal to a fault. Loyal to Fanon. And guess what? I forgive him, man. Y'all don't even know we spoke. He apologized and all that. Y'all don't even know. That's why that shit broke my heart with KQ, man. I really I love that brother, man. And for him to flip like that, unprovoked, I don't know what the fuck that was, bro. I never did anything to him. But I've done some things for him. Advice, squashing beef, telling people to stop bothering him on Instagram. I cursed some nigga out from Nebraska. KQKC was doing a live stream one day. He was up late and he fell asleep on a live. It was funny. But dude put it up on the gram. He's like, what's wrong with this old nigga? This crackhead nigga. This is what the LDBC got. I hit that nigga in DM. I said, yo, nigga, you's a bitch ass nigga for that. Cause I'll still get my feet wet and I was just giving out wrenches. He was wrenched up. I forgot his name. Some short, fat black nigga with dreads. I was like, nigga, fuck you. You think you're supposed to be some mover and shaker because you stood in front of Bud's gym and you did like a video selfie with him? And I said, that nigga don't fuck with you. Fuck you, nigga. And I hit up KQ behind the scenes. I said, this dude, I forget his name because it's like 3 years past now. But I said, yo, get that dude the fuck up out your chat, dude. Go to his gram and see what he did to you. And thanks, Drew. Yeah, exactly, nigga. How do we go from that, OG Boxing Talk, to that, to you allowing ops in your fucking chat saying that the LDBC don't fuck with you? What is that? What the hell is that? When I tell you that hurt my heart, because I really looked at him as a friend, man. And listen, let's call it what it is. Remember what I just said earlier in the show about the special ed kids? We don't know who the fuck, and he's a little older than me, but they just released into the world. We don't know who the fuck they are. So I was very defensive over him. That dude on Instagram, and I can't think of his name, I cursed him out. Stupid. I cursed him out crazy because I was protecting that man. And when he said that shit to me over the phone that day, man, I was like, man, you for real, bro? He said he only fuck with 78. The LDBC don't fuck with him. I'm on the phone with him. He couldn't even say, Drew, I fucks with you. But the rest of the LDBC, he didn't even say that, bro. I was like, oh, shit. I don't know where him and I went wrong at. I did nothing to him. But you know what? He's gone. And I just asked y'all a question. Y'all see everybody else on everyone's panel and channel and super chat and everything else. You've never seen a super chat with his name on it. And I know all the content creators in LDBC, they've never gotten a Cash App or a PayPal or a Venmo from that man. But we know that BFTB bought him a goddamn computer. I didn't know that until he said something. That wasn't my business. I know that Blue Blood gave him $1 million advice. And then he turned around and did a diss video on him the next day. I'm not lying. I have the text in my phone. I went and saw the video. I said, oh my God, man, what's wrong with this guy? I'm not making this shit up, bro. We've been sitting on that shit for over a year. And I'm like, man, I don't. And then that last thing he did, the last stunt he pulled, then he tried to backpedal to BF. Nah, he said, nah, we good. BF ain't even cursed him out or nothing. He said, nah, we good. If it was a problem, you'd have called me, bro. You gonna get on this crazy dude's thing and just start talking? Huh? After I bought you that computer? Now, I don't know what money they had worked out. I don't even know if he paid him back. I don't know. I don't know the particulars. I ain't asked. But when someone does something out of the kindness of their heart, I learned early in life, don't get hooked on the expectation that someone's going to do right by you just because you're living right. That's why I'm numb to this shit. It's frustrating and it can hurt your feelings. It can. But I've been down this road before, so I know how to handle it. He's not the first, and right off the heels of that, he wasn't the last, because something else happened the next week. And all of this shit is coming out fast. And I love it. Because I need these people away from me. We're working here. There's been changes right under y'all noses and y'all don't even know. But they're changes for the better. And I made a decision a long time ago. I'm not going to let these evil forces dictate who I am as a person. It's in my nature to help people. Because good or bad, you get what you put out. You eat right, you work out, you look a certain way. That's a byproduct of how you treat yourself. If you eat Takis and White Castles all day and do that shit for 3 years straight, you might die. But don't be looking around wondering why that happened to you. You did it to yourself, brothers and sisters. I'm not going to allow evil to dictate what I do. Bob Marley was getting ready to go do something. Some cops or some shit beat the shit out of him. The next day, he's about to get on stage and say, hey, man, you know, you got broken ribs. What are you doing? He said, evil never takes a day off. Why should I? That's a gem. That's a gem. So I don't mind talking about what happened. Everybody was asking. That's what happened. And I heard he said some shit about me. Listen, man. My content speaks for itself. And even in talking about him, am I dragging him? Am I cursing him out? Did BF even do all of that? No. But I recall me being in full protection mode because I know he's a little different in the brain, and y'all know that. And being that I knew that, I said, there's no reason why he can't have a boxing channel and be successful. And I'm not going to let anyone bully him. And I stood in the pocket for him. If him to say that we don't fuck with him, that shit hurt, bro. It really did. Because we didn't do anything to that guy but help him. He's a user. Just because I've super chatted him and I've cash apped him, I never once looked for him to do that in return. Everything I do is out the kindness of my own heart. Fuck out of here, man. But show me who you are, and I'll have you away from me. And I'll have you away from me. I want everybody to be successful. If you feel the need to stab me in my chest, people are going to see how you move, man. People gonna see how you move. All the sneak dissing and all that shit. It was just done to me recently, and I had a ton of people DMing me, yo, was someone still talking about you? I say, yeah. What happened? It's not important, bro. You see me moving, right? Yeah. Well, you already know what time it is. My integrity speaks for itself. My reputation speaks for itself. Y'all were here when I had that conversation with Buckle Up Boxing. How did I handle that? I told Bruce Gas to pull up. I unblocked him specifically to pull up. I told Outlaw Pugilist to pull up. I told a bunch of haters to pull up. I don't know where me and Blood Boxing went wrong at. I asked him to pull up. I went to call him on the phone. That nigga didn't even answer his phone. I said, what the fuck is happening here? Then I got these demons giving out my phone number to a nigga that I never even had a phone conversation with until that night. And I'm like, what? How'd you even get my number? But I figured it out. When I say there's a lot of evil at work behind the scenes, y'all have no fucking clue. But when I do things, I don't do it half-ass. So when I say it's LDBC or nothing, I really mean that. I didn't get involved here to make money, but I said I'd be unwise if I made money and not treat it like a business. That's why I LLC my name, and I take it very serious. 78 did a brilliant and beautiful thing, and it needed to be done. And I talk to that brother often behind the scene, and I ask him, before I make a move, I ask him, is this a good idea? Is this a good idea? Because in order to be a good leader, what do you got to be first? A good soldier. And there are no soldiers in here. I'm not going to say there are none. There are none. We have a bunch. What I mean is there's a lot of people that want to lead, but they're not qualified. They don't think for themselves. They don't. It's a sad state of affairs. To have an ideology is one thing, but you don't have to have a same opinion. Not everybody in the LDBC shares one same opinion about stuff. We disagree all the time, but we ain't got to be at arms and hating each other. And I love you too, King. Word up. When you do see me on here barking, it's because somebody hurt my fucking feelings to the core. And usually it's a person that I considered a friend at one point. And I'm going to say this again. Y'all will never know the amount of apologies that I did get from people from behind the scenes. I had one motherfucker tell me, yo, I'm apologizing to you because it was this, it was that, it was this, it was that. And you know what that dude asked me at the bottom of that email? Yo, can I ask you not to share this with anybody? Not to put this on your live? You know why? He needed his audience to still think that he needed his audience to think that he was still mad at me. And here's the fucked up part. I never said anything about him. It was literally open up an email. I'm like, who is this? Had to email back, who are you again? Something boxing from the UK. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what do you... ... You know I don't know what you're talking about? Oh, well, it's not important, but, and I apologize, because I said this and I said that. I didn't know what he was talking about in this video. And I'm like, okay, now I'm going to click on the video to hear you drag me. No, thanks. I'm just apologizing to you because, he must have thought something was going to happen. What was I going to do? Make a response video? No. Could you keep this between us? I said, don't worry about it, man. I deleted the email. I didn't even care. Who was that madman? Like Lone Ranger, who was that masked man? No. Who was that madman? What? If y'all knew half of the shit, I had people apologizing to me. I'm like, when was you ever mad at me? What the hell? What the fuck? When did I say your name? What? You thought I was talking about you? I don't even know who you are. No doubt, King. I see you around though, bro. It's all good. And if I'm dealing with this shit, can you imagine what 78, what comes across his virtual desk? How many times people come up to him and be like, yo, here's what I heard. This person said this and this. It's like these niggas just doing all this talking. They ain't got shit else to do. Here's the bottom line. My channel's not popping. Can you help me? Just say that. Just say that. Stop trying to create mischief behind the fucking scenes. So I've made it my mission moving forward. All the brothers and sisters that are smashing the gas on this content creating thing, I've reached out to as many as I can. And where I've helped people that didn't appreciate it in the long run, one thing I will say is that the brothers and sisters that were doing content, I feel that I didn't help them enough. So I'm putting myself at their service. And I've spoken to a lot of brothers and sisters behind the scene. And it was crazy because today, like when I'm driving that bus And I'm like, yeah, I think I could do this and I can help him do that. And I have an idea. Things are running at 100 miles an hour. And then my brother IROC texted me the text that I read. And I said, man, this is right on time. See, there ain't nothing but God talking. And what if I just folded my arms and said, yo, I ain't helping no fucking body no more? How does the community grow when people look towards me and they calling me the lieutenant? I ain't asked for that. But I've had haters say that I move mountains when I talk. I didn't know that. Oh, well, Charles Barkley said he's not a role model. And what did we say when he said that? Like it or not, you're in the NBA, you're dunking the basketball, you're a perennial all-star, you're on Dream Team 1, you have a sneaker. You are a role model, whether you like it or not. So I say, yo, whether I like it or not, I'm in a position of power here. I'm getting 30 DMs. Or what did this dude say? Why is he saying this? And what's up with KQ? And they DMing me this shit. So whether I like it or not, I have a responsibility. So my responsibility is to help this well-oiled machine that called the LDBC run. Because 78 can't do it by himself. So if he's leading this fucking thing, watch how I bring this full circle now. If he's leading this thing, wouldn't it make sense for me to learn from him so I can learn how to run it? This thing isn't a fad. We out here now. This is what we're doing. Either you're with us or you're not. If you're not, just go ahead. It's okay. It's okay. Because this isn't for everybody. This is the Lions Den broadcast community. I got big ideas, and there's people that have great ideas, and we're just a family. And I tell y'all daily, I appreciate every last one of you. So, and I know there's some haters. I know there's going to be some people that's going to chop and screw what I said. I said all of this on purpose. I really did. Really did. But one thing you're not going to call me is a liar. You can tell me you can say I'm a troublemaker. You can say all of that shit. It's all about articulation. It's all about articulation. But anybody that was removed from the LDBC, and there's only 2 people that's been removed. It's by their own doing. It's nothing that I said. In fact, if I've spoken to you, I tried to save you. No one told these niggas to do what they did, and they did it anyway. Can't help them. So with that being said, we're not perfect, but we strive for perfection. If you operate with great intentions and people know you move with integrity, it doesn't matter what anyone says about you. My reputation speaks for itself. If you're finding things to hate about me, that's fine. Just know that you have to find it and make shit up. You're not going to find anything, but you make shit up. Yeah, you will. You will. But do whatever it is you do on your channel. And why did I bring up the personal business of the LDBC? Because I can. Who are you and what example are you setting? Because I have a body of work since I've been involved with the LDBC. But talk to the haters and let them tell you that I'm lying, and then talk to the people that I've helped and see if it matches up. Exactly, Kane. There's always a successor. Not everyone's going to be, look, only thing we're promised in life is death. And we have to be able to pass down what we have. And 30 years from now, who knows? There might be a building with the LDBC on it. And you'll see 78's picture on it. But it'll be run by his son or something. It'll be a corporation. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? This isn't a fad. This is something. This is a brand. And it was positive. And it came from something. It was created by negative on us, people of color. And it's not exclusive to black people. It was created by a black man. I had to help that brother and everybody involved. But the thing is, everybody doesn't move with the same level of integrity that others have. I can only speak for me. So I'm cool. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat, man. Love y'all. And evil never takes a day off. Therefore, I don't. Bed Cave, 10:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm doing a tribute to Carl Weathers. I'm a busy man, but I'm working. And always have my hand out extended to help. If you spit on me, if you cut it, it ain't nothing that ain't been done to me before. But you're not going to change me. If you're foolish enough to say, hey, man, don't let people help you, if you're that foolish, it tells me everything I need to know to you as a person. And that's a sad state of affairs, especially when I helped you. Especially when I helped you. I could say a whole lot, but I'm not. Lieutenant out. See y'all in the AM, Bear Cave. And we'll be back here Monday. Love y'all. Peace.